I had been away for 3 months on a business trip overseas. Olivia and I had talked almost every day, exchanging messages, video calls, and sweet words of longing. Every time we spoke, she assured me how much she missed me, how she couldn't wait to have me back in her arms. I believed every word. Why wouldn't I? She had never given me a reason to doubt her. My return was supposed to be a surprise. I wanted to see the joy in her eyes when she opened the door to find me standing there, arms wide open. I pictured her running into my embrace, tears of happiness streaming down her face. I even had a bouquet of her favorite roses in one hand and a small diamond bracelet in my pocket, something I picked up on my trip as a token of my love. After my flight landed, I took a cab straight home, excitement bubbling in my chest. I didn't tell her I was back. I wanted this to be a moment we would both remember forever. But as the car turned onto our street, I noticed something odd. A sleek black car was parked in our driveway. It wasn't ours. My heart sank, but I brushed off the feeling. Maybe she had company, a friend, or a relative visiting. I refused to let suspicion taint my joy. I quietly unlocked the front door, stepping inside with a grin, expecting to hear Olivia's voice from the living room. Instead, I was met with silence. The house felt eerily different, like it wasn't the home I had left months ago. Then I heard it, a soft giggle followed by hushed voices coming from upstairs. My breath hitched in my throat. With slow, careful steps, I made my way to our bedroom, the place that had been our sanctuary for years. The door was slightly ajar, and as I approached, my hands trembled. My mind screamed at me to turn away, to not look, to not destroy the illusion of love I had built in my heart. But my body moved forward on its own, compelled by an unbearable need to know the truth. And there it was. Olivia, my wife, my partner, my everything, was wrapped in the arms of another man. Their laughter died the moment they noticed me standing in the doorway. Olivia's eyes widened in horror, her mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water. The man beside her, half naked, quickly scrambled for his clothes. A heavy silence settled over the room. My mind was numb, unable to process the betrayal unfolding before me. Olivia finally found her voice. "Daniel, I can explain." "Explain?" I repeated, my voice eerily calm. I almost laughed at the absurdity of it. "You want to explain this?" My fingers tightened around the bouquet, crushing the delicate petals. The diamond bracelet in my pocket felt like a cruel joke. Tears welled in Olivia's eyes as she reached for me. "It was a mistake. I thought you wouldn't be back for another week. I was lonely, and I made a horrible decision. Please, Daniel, I love you." I let out a hollow chuckle. "Lonely? Is that your excuse? 3 months apart, and this is what you do. You replace me the moment I'm gone." The other man, who had been silent, finally spoke. "Look, man, I didn't know she was married. She told me she was single. I wouldn't have—" "Shut up." My voice was cold, unrecognizable even to myself. "Get out of my house." He didn't argue. He quickly gathered his belongings and bolted, leaving Olivia and me alone in the room that now felt like a crime scene. My heart pounded in my chest, anger and heartbreak warring within me. Olivia sobbed, clutching at my arm. "Please, Daniel, don't leave. It was a mistake. I'll do anything to fix this. I swear it will never happen again." I pulled away, stepping back. "How can I believe that? How can I ever trust you again?" She fell to her knees, her sobs shaking her body, and for a brief moment I felt pity, but pity wasn't enough to erase what she had done. I left that night, packed a bag, walked out the door, and didn't look back. The pain was suffocating, but I knew staying would only destroy me further. A week later, Olivia called me, begging for another chance. She swore it was a one-time mistake, that she'd never do it again. Against my better judgment, I agreed to talk. Maybe, just maybe, we could fix what was broken. But fate had other plans. 2 months later, a friend sent me a photo. Olivia, out at a bar, wrapped around another man. Different face, same betrayal. That was it. The final nail in the coffin of our marriage. Some people don't change. Some mistakes aren't mistakes at all, they're choices. Love without trust is like a house built on sand. One wave of betrayal, and it all crumbles. True love doesn't seek temporary comfort in another's arms. If someone betrays you once, it's their fault. If they do it again, it's yours for believing them. If you ever find yourself questioning a partner's loyalty, pay attention to their actions, not their words. Love should be built on trust and respect, not empty promises. If you hate cheating and believe in loyalty, subscribe to our channel. We're here to spread awareness and expose the truth behind infidelity.